Hi guys, putting here with the game for you my Tier 8 Premium US Battleship, the Massachusetts. Now, my captain skills will be priority target, preventative maintenance, expert marksman, basics of survivability, manual secondaries, advanced fire training, and concealment. My modules should be protect my secondaries in AA, DAMCOM 1 and 2, longer shooting secondaries, and of course concealment. I'm still running a full secondary build on this ship, and hopefully if everything goes according to plan, Static will have done this, giving his thoughts and feelings on this, and I thought, you know what a way to promote each other is to have him do it on his stream, and a link to his stream will be in the description, and then for everybody coming from his stream to get my thoughts and feelings on why I did things. It's nice to get a different perspective from people once in a while, especially somebody as skilled as Static, especially in battleships. Static has kind of always said something about me. He has no idea how I pull off going in and surviving you know, as long as I do, or just even walking away. He's kind of commented that he thinks it's kind of funny. But the new Shards map, I'm not a huge fan of, but you know what? It is a really, really good map for secondary build ships because it is such a close quarters map, and there's really not a lot of room for maneuvering. So, like your secondary build ships, mainly the Germans, the Massachusetts, even if you go into Zuma and Yamato, anything that's got good long secondaries, you're gonna, I feel, do extremely well on this map because it is such a close quarters map. Now, my plan is, well, being top tier is, well, it's not like it's ever changed. But, go bully. I'm secondary build. I'm built for brawling, and brawling usually equals go bully the other ships that can't put up with it. Now, obviously I clicked on the DD because my secondaries were going off. For those of you who do not know, my secondaries will not go shoot until I click on a ship. Take a shot on the New Mexico, I believe it is, get the rear turrets turned around to hit the Baltimore. The Baltimore is still the ship I can see. Was going to take a crack at him, but of course he disappeared. I was slowing down to hopefully get another shot in on him, but wasn't too sure if somebody was going to get him spotted. If I would have kept my guns that way, I may have gotten off the rear turret towards him, but you know what? I'm holding off on the Bismarck. Now, I do believe I set up the Bismarck for my secondaries, and you know what? I know I'm going to get spotted through the smoke, and if I would have kept creeping up, he wouldn't have known I was there. But you know what? He was broadside. I can make my move, and luckily I got a nice 18,000 damage off of him. Now, I am still completely aware that the Benson is in the area. Our Benson is shooting at the Bismarck, but some of the other reason why I shot was, look, I'm not detective, and I didn't know who was spotting these guys. And you know what? Sometimes you got to spot by being shot at. New Mexico disappeared, Bismarck disappeared, and if they would have shot at me, they would have stayed detected. And that's what I was kind of hoping for. Luckily for us, the New Mexico decided to shot, and I kind of waited until I was going to get out of the smoke to take my shot. They knew I was there. It was just a matter of what I was going to do. As I get a nice 10K as I'm going broadside to the New Mexico, and I'm doing my favorite thing I love to do in this game is eat torpedoes, because you know what? You got to help out those poor DDs who are just so useless lately and can't do anything, and everything's got to be nerfed and buffed around them. I'm just saying that because I'm not a big fan of the Battleship AP nerf to DDs, because you know what? DD, if you get spotted, well, you deserve to get shot and punished for it. But I'm trying to finish off the New Mexico because, you know what, he does have my broadside. He can punish me for showing side. I had my secondaries on him. I'm going to switch my secondaries to the Bismarck. Now, I am suspecting that the Benson's still in the area, and, you know, I'm kind of contemplating whether or not I should pop my fighter just to see if he is. Bismarck showing me side, but he's starting to turn out. So I aimed up a little bit higher. Now, the nice thing about the Massachusetts is pretty much everything comes down on cooldown relatively quick, except for damage control party. But you get your heals back relatively quickly. Here I'm like Bismarck, DD, Bismarck, DD. It's got to be the destroyer. I immediately clicked on the Benson for my secondaries. Now, I was playing with the speed to hopefully get the Benson to miscalculate his torpedoes. I get 4 shells for a devastating strike on the Benson. Luckily for me, I'm definitely going to miss this set, as I'm going to have to turn broadside to the Bismarck. I'd rather take my chances with RNG than guaranteed torp damage from these guys, as I just sneak by that very last torpedo. But I gotta deal with this Bismarck because, you know what, while I'm gonna go try to push into the other guys, he's gonna have my broadside as I get a nice 6,000 damage. I'm at half health, and it really can't heal much back, so it would be pointless to pop a heal. But you know what, the Bismarck's trying to kite, but he's running away. Like, if I was going after him, he would be kiting, but because I'm gonna kind of not go after him, he's kind of running away. While I will be shooting at him, you know, because it's the only target for me to shoot at, really. Doesn't mean he's going to be my full focus. Now, I wanted to go along the side that I was initially going to come out on, instead of going through any of the channels, because they still have 2 DDs. And you know what? I'm not sure where they are. I wasn't paying attention. I was more or less focused on the Bismarck. But the other thing is I wanted to say is, you know, I did all this pushing and stuff with, you know, the guys behind me. They may have saw that, you know what, I'm going for it, I'm going in, and they just followed me in, let me take the damage, and then they come up. I usually don't have an issue taking the damage, because I will usually find some way to survive or last as long as possible. And you know what, because of that, we still have a full health North Carolina. Like I said, the only thing I can really shoot at is the kiting Bismarck. You know, he is kiting because there are several ships going after him. If it was just me, you know, he's still kind of kiting / running as I finally finish off the Bismarck. So while that broadside is not protected, all I have to do is deal with the ships that are coming out of sea here. Sorry about that, guys. But there's that pesky little Baltimore I wanted to deal with. But you know what? I see Nagato. I see him low health. So instead of trying to go after the Baltimore, who is pretty much at max range, like he's really right on that fine line between max range and being too far. Why? The reason I say that is while he's still technically within range, he is kind of going away. And luckily for me, he had to turn and he got Citadel for it. You know what? It was only one turn. You know what? Might as well shoot it because, you know what? You just never know what's going to happen. I'm going to try to take a blind shot over the island. I do believe I'm going to follow these shells. Apparently. Well, yep. Just to see what this guy was doing. He's turning in. So, you know, I knew what he was doing, but of course, that doesn't matter, you know, because the North Carolina got the shot off and killed him. Now, there's that pesky Baltimore, and you know what, I just want to finish this guy because, you know what, it'd be nice, you know, to finish what I started against this guy. you know, with the cheeky Citadel pretty much at max range. But this is some of my issue with the Massachusetts, Alabama, North Carolina. Shells are a little bit slower than what I'm used to, and that's my fault, not the ship's fault. Oh, sorry about that, Sniffle. Let me... Now, I see the Nelson, and I know I can go right through the front of that Nelson. Now, luckily for me, I still have a bunch of heals left. I immediately click on the kid for my Clevelands, because that's what I love to call them. I'm aiming right at the bow of the Nelson and hoping that I will go right through and get a Citadel, and I did for a nice 13,000 damage. Luckily for us, the New Orleans or somebody, maybe the Nelson, somebody just got an absolutely nasty strike on the kid. Now, the one thing about the kid is he only has one set of torpedoes, and they were launched at the Nelson. So I'm relatively safe from torpedoes. Unfortunate for me, this Nelson actually understands. He has AP and he has 16-inch guns, and they will hurt. But I'm still hoping to go through his bow, as the game quickly ended, and now the post-battle results. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy this replay. I do hope you enjoyed my side of the story. Hopefully you guys did check out Static, the Warmonger, on his Twitch and saw his commentary on my gameplay. He is looking for replays for those of you who have not watched him, to do analysis to help people get better. He is mainly a battleship player, but he can or he's willing to do cruisers and destroyers, and the least knowledgeable ship he is CVs. Now, don't forget to check out the other streamer friends of us, Lord Zath, Sea Raptor, and Only the Wicked. Those links to their Twitch is also down in the description down below. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you send us. The email for that is in the description down below. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We're quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and have yourselves one heck of a great day.